Hello, Jessica Yorbrooks here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my thoughts on the LEGO Marvel superhero sets and the Ghostbusters set. Now, I'm getting the pictures from Toy Ark, and I'm getting the info from Marvelicious, also getting the Ghostbusters stuff from the Kuso blog. So please check out Toy Ark because they provided all these awesome pictures. Check out Marvelicious, and then check out what was it? Oh, Kuso blog. Of course, because it's official Kuso blog. So, the first set is X-Men, and it's called the X-Men versus Sentinel, or I keep on saying Sentinel. Sentinel. Okay, so you get the Blackbird in the set, you get Wolverine, you get Magneto, you get Storm, and you get this Sentinel, and you get Cyclops. This is a $50 set, I believe, which makes it a little bit concerning because there's 336 pieces. So I don't know if that's entirely like a really good thing. Now, you can kind of see the Sentinel right here. I mean, he looks okay. He looks better than he did in the preliminaries. And you get Magneto right there, and you get a separate hairpiece for Magneto and Wolverine, which is cool. And then you get Storm right here, which is awesome, and Storm looks great. A lot of people are complaining about her hairpiece, but admittedly, I don't read the comics, but I think they kind of nailed it. Or they nailed it with an existing piece in that white, and we've never gotten that hairpiece in white before, so that's cool. She has two capes, which is actually really cool, and some really awesome torso printing. And then you get Wolverine, which Wolverine has that new helmet print, or helmet mold right there, and it's like a helmet, but it's really just a mask. It's just a really big mask, and you can see his torso right there, which looks great. And you get Cyclops, of course, which looks awesome too. He's a very detailed minifigure. I saw another picture of him from Nuremberg, and you could kind of see his torso print, and he looks very, very detailed. So the only really thing that's a problem with this is the price. I mean, the Blackbird, I guess it looks like the Blackbird because, admittedly, I don't read comics like I say. But the thing is, it just, for a $50 set, this is a Blackbird. I mean, it seems a little bit too small for a $50 set. It's literally just that part and then the back. So, I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on the size, but I'm still going to pick up this set, so I guess I am technically sold. But the design itself doesn't look bad or anything like that. Maybe a little bit too bland, but it's just a little bit small. They could have probably made it bigger if it's $50. But the minifigures really kind of are going to sell this set, and there's a good reason because they look great. So, I guess all isn't bad. And that's really my thoughts on the set. I can't really express more on how kind of disappointed I am. But the minifigures are okay, right? And the Sentinel isn't too bad. So, anyways, we're on to let me see. We're on to the Guardians of the Galaxy set. Now, this one leaked. There's no flash photography required. Like, you can't take photos of the Guardians of the Galaxy sets, but Toy Ark kind of snuck a picture you could see from the side. So, if you look closely, we got this set, and we got a pretty decent picture of it. That's actually a really good quality picture. So, it's called the Knowhare, like no hair, so it's Knowhare Escape Mission. We got Rocket Raccoon right there, Groot. This guy's called the Searcher, and then this is Nova, I think. Let me see. Nova Officer. So, it looks, I don't even know, it looks good for a $40 set because it's 433 pieces and there's 4 minifigures and like 2 of them are exclusive, or it's 2 are exclusive unless you count Groot, who's exclusive to the set, because Rocket Raccoon only comes in the set. I'm glad he comes in the mid-size set. There's actually this little escape pod part right here, which reminds me a little bit of the best build of the whole Man of Steel line, which isn't saying a lot, but this little build right here, which wasn't really the greatest build, but even then, the Man of Steel line sucks so much, I can't. But anyways, back to this. It reminds me a little bit of the Orc Forge. I don't know why, but it has that little ladder right there, and this part right here, and then it has like a little pit. So, I don't know. It just kind of reminds me of the Orc Forge. And the set itself, like I said, it has some very interesting minifigures, like Rocket Raccoon. Don't know if he has a torso. You could barely see. I don't know if he's a regular minifigure. It's either a molded head or kind of a mask piece like Chima, but I believe it's a molded head because it wouldn't make sense to make a mask piece. But That's it for the Guardians of the Galaxy set, because we don't have the best look at it, but we have a really good look. Love that little corner art. But I'll also take a look at the Guardians of the Galaxy set that was revealed on Friday, which this is from comicbookmovie.com. They got some actually pretty high-res pictures of it. So it's called the Milano Starship. This is going to be $75. It has 665 pieces. Another kind of small ship for the $70 price point, but I guess the piece count isn't too bad. The minifigures in here, you got Star-Lord. I think this version is exclusive, and then the other version in the $20 set, which you could barely see right there. You can see that's all we get in the $20 set. There's no other pictures of it. Hopefully some will leak later, but what I could see, or what I think is going to happen, is that this version is exclusive to this set, and the $20 set will have kind of his regular version without the helmet. And the minifigures in here are actually really cool. Yes, Star-Lord, you get, I think it's Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, who looks really cool, and you get this guy right here, which is Ronan the Accuser, and you also get a Searcher, who isn't really shown. You kind of see them right there, but it's not a Searcher. It's called let me see. This site right here, Marvelicious, has some good stuff. Yeah, then you do get the Searcher. And so the Searcher comes in two sets. He comes in the mid-size set and then the big set right here. So it is actually a really kind of a cool set. I don't know, is this Ronin and then this is a Searcher? I'm not entirely sure. But it's the minifigures really kind of sell the set. The ship itself isn't completely bad, but it just looks a little bit small for a $75 like thing. But then again, you get this little thing right here. It reminds me a lot of the Quinjet. But this is admittedly a better value than the Quinjet, because you get some exclusive minifigures, unlike the Quinjet, which you only got Black Widow, who was exclusive. But the Quinjet looked much better than this. Still, it's a very interesting build, and all these Guardians of the Galaxy sets are extremely interesting because they just look flat out weird. And I kind of like that about the line, so I'm going to be getting all these Marvel sets. But last up, I'll just slip in Ghostbusters in here, because for some reason they revealed Ghostbusters at the Toy Fair, the Ghostbusters Lego set. And I'm not the biggest Ghostbusters fan. I mean, I like Ghostbusters a lot, but like I'm not saying like I don't like it as much as like our last Cuso set, which was or our last Cuso set, yeah, which was the Back to the Future set. Because Back to the Future, I watched a lot more as a child than Ghostbusters, but I still really like Ghostbusters as a child, because I used to be afraid of ghosts, but Ghostbusters taught me not to be afraid of ghosts. But if you go back to this right here, you can see the build itself is revealed right here. And if it's $50. Just keep that in mind. It's $50, which is crazy. But there's lots of printed pieces and lots of exclusive prints on the minifigures. So, I don't know. Does it warrant that price? That's the question we have to ask, because there's 4 minifigures, all with exclusive prints. I'm doing this off of memory. But there's also the RS and stuff like that, so this one right here is Ray, I believe. This one is Egon. This one is Peter. This one is Winston right here. So they kind of nailed it with existing pieces. I mean, their hair pieces look a lot like how they would look. It reminds me a lot of the Back to the Future set in that sense, where their hair pieces look how they would look if they had to only use existing pieces. And in that sense, they really nailed it. We get this Widow's Peak piece in that brown color, which I don't believe has come before. We get this piece right here in that brown color, which might have not come before. I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to think. And then we have this, the regular Agent Chase hair, as they say. And then we get this little slick hair in that black color. Now, with Winston, of course, I know when people get offended when I say black minifigures, but LEGO has a problem where they can't really do the hair of a lot of black people that they've been putting out minifigures for. Same with Falcon, same with Power Man. So maybe they should make a new hair mold. I'm not saying they should have made it for this Cuso set alone, but they should have probably made one earlier this year, so they could have made Winston look a little better with his hair. But other than that, Winston looks fantastic, and the hair isn't too bad. But they do all look cool. The minifigures look really cool, and you can see they have their little proton packs on the back, brick built, which is actually really, admittedly cool. And the what is it? The Ecto, right? That's what the actual car itself. It does look really cool. The only thing is it could only fit 3 minifigures, which is a little bit disappointing. But I mean, they can't really get around that. But it is extremely detailed with the top part, so it does kind of warrant the price. But I would have liked if it was 40 to 45, and 50 just seems a little bit like scary, you know. But you do get 4 minifigures, all exclusive prints and everything. Very detailed pieces on the little Ecto. I believe all these are printed pieces and not stickers like the Back to the Future set. So overall, it does look really cool for an 80s movie car set. I do really like it. So they kind of pulled that off, and I think it even looks better than the Kuso model on like Back to the Future. So I'm glad they revealed that today. And that's really it. I will see you guys later. Please check out the links to Toy Arc in the description because they took some really awesome pics, and I don't like stealing their pics and then not giving them credit. So check that out in the description. Check out the link to the Kuso blog. Check out the link to Marvelicious where I got Marvel info from. And yeah, that's really it. I will see you guys later. Peace out. More Toy Fair videos coming soon.